Hey, we're back. I also wanted to do a review today of the Get Smart movie. I saw it last week with Lindsay, and I loved it, loved it, loved it. Here's a quick review, or maybe not so quick. I got a lot of stuff to say. I'm a big fan of Get Smart. I used to watch it all the time, every day. I think the show ran for 5 seasons, and I would, God, I just imitate Maxwell Smart. I'd pretend I was him. I'd stop my little pedal car in front of the house and run in. Unfortunately, I didn't have a huge hallway to do anything, but loved the show. What was cool was it was funny, and it made fun of spy movies, which I watched at the time when I was a kid too, and I got it, and it was also exciting. It also kind of stood on its own as almost kind of a spy show as well. It just had a laugh track, but it was just terrific, and I was just enthralled with it all the time. I was a little nervous about it being a movie because the Addams Family movies were really good, but unfortunately they opened this can of worms that just became just a mountain of suck, of movie after movie being based on an old TV show. It was just horrible. There's like, oh God, here's off the top of my head. Car 54, McHale's Navy, The Honeymooners, The Dukes of Hazzard. I know there's a really bad one too that I'm forgetting. My Favorite Martian. Oh God. These were all just awful, 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 and they kept making them. So, of course, when it was announced that the Get Smart movie was going to be made, I was a little nervous until they started casting. And Steve Carell was the perfect choice because he can play that same sort of character without impersonating Maxwell Smart, Don Adams. That was brilliant. That would have been a huge fucking mistake if, like, maybe they got Jim Carrey and he did his best to imitate him. Like in The Grinch, he did his best to imitate Boris Karloff's voice. So, oh God, it was just perfect. And Anne Hathaway and Alan Arkin, who's a god. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who, okay, alright. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I don't know if you know this, got his start as a wrestler. And, let's see, he is also, whenever Barack Obama gets mad and angry, he turns into him. So, he does all sorts of things. Anyway, great cast. Terrence Stamp as a serious Siegfried, which is interesting. He's still, like, a funny guy, but he's like, still a hardcore villain, which is a little different than how Bernie Capel played him, who, by the way, has a small cameo, Udonkov. Loved it. And the series starts out with sort of an origin of Maxwell Smart, starting as an analyst. And this is the thing, a lot of people confuse Maxwell Smart with Don Adams' other character, Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget can't do anything. He is the most retarded human ever. And I don't know, maybe his cybernetics screwed up his brain further, but he can't do anything. He's incapable of opening a can of beans without screwing it up. So that character is that, and Clouseau is like that too. Don Adams, Maxwell Smart actually can do things. He's actually he's a capable guy. He can actually get the job done. He's just, I don't know, kind of a regular goofy guy sort of in these situations, and that's what Steve Carell does. And he's actually an analyst who really understands people, but it's just not the real kind of James Bond kind of guy. I mean, he's not a Daniel Craig. He's not even Roger Moore. He's kind of more the Woody Allen of James Bond. And it's just terrific. The action scenes stand up. The action scenes are very exciting, actually. And some people complain about that. It's like, no, go back and watch the show. There is a level of excitement and action into the old show. And that's what translates really well in movies. Anne Hathaway is awesome as 99. I've always loved that character. The 60s was a great time for female characters. And 99 is still one of my favorites. I mean, you got the Yvonne Craig's Batgirl and her 99 and Diana Riggs, Mrs. Peel and that girl, and all sorts of... You know, it's funny, you just watch TV Land and you see the seeds of the women's movement that eventually took place in the 70s. It was kind of getting started. And that's just always been a great character. And she plays it straight, and she's also kind of funny on her own. And she really does a great job. And the only major character, well, actually, no, Siegfried, I guess. But there's another character, I should say, that alters the character. Edward Platt's Chief was a little more of a straight guy. I don't even remember him ever making a joke in the show. And Alan Arkin's Chief is fucking hilarious. God, I love... Because what's great about him is he has Alan Arkin's trademark short fuse. And some of my favorite lines are actually uttered by him. And I just totally endorse this movie. I recommend it. It's 5 Ram chips. Go see it.